game 2 of a very entertaining series so far. Some entertaining drafts. And with the small matter of TI qualification on the line. So no pressure, boys, no pressure.
Absolutely no pressure here. Especially for XG, because they can just end it right here. Go 2-0, go next. Grand finals, chill for a day. Invoker.
Tianming, it does come across some heroes. Just gonna give vision. 5 position Invoker. Oh, gotta love Dota 2. Gotta love Dota 2.
Yeah, he's got a 7% cooldown reduction from 1 to 7% from Vex, which will work on EMP, I guess, early on. He's gonna be spamming that, but it's 125 mana, so we'll see how much that can actually do. But oh, he actually gained. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be interesting in the lane.
There's gonna be a lot of interesting things this game. DY, he might end up dead here, but it's gonna be a long chase from Lu if that's gonna happen.
Yeah, he's fine.
Is he fine?
He's fine. How did they kill him? I don't even. Maybe with a blood grenade, but.
Okay, he got TP back. He's got TP back in 2 seconds, so he should be fine.
Yeah.
All right, he should get out now. He's actually taking too long. He might die.
Should be fine.
They have the damage. He's fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. Nice, nice, nice. Wasted the EMP as well.
But they changed the lanes. They're not laning the way I kind of predicted. So the A will be on bottom lane and Queen of Pain will be on top, which does make sense because you'd want to dodge the clock. But look at clock; he's actually moving bot, so they might. Yeah, I think you definitely lane clock bottom. Like you're playing into A and Earthshaker. Both of them hate playing into Clockwork.
Well, FY is here, ready to lay things out, make things difficult for the side of Xtreme Gaming. The one lane that's going to be kind of boring is mid. We've seen TA puck so many times over the years, so
yeah.
Not really expecting anything special from that lane.
Yeah, maybe a lane that might be a bore as well is top, but I'm not sure. This Invoker 5 or 4, whatever the hell he is, he's going to make it interesting. I'm putting my money on that.
How many times in your life, Lizard, have you seen Invoker and Queen of Pain in the same lane and the 2 heroes are supports?
Well, look, I'm still playing a lot of pubs, my friend. It does happen.
Speaking of the Queen of Pain, she's putting the screws out onto Tianming. Only has Blink though at level 1. Did just get level 2. Won't be able to get the kill, but able to apply a lot of pressure to these heroes up on top.
Yeah, right now this Invoker isn't really doing a lot, but the lane is being pushed in, so Chalice is still gonna find some farm. Like both side lanes kinda mirroring one another. Radiant pushing in bottom, Dire pushing in top. JT and DY not doing any better than the Night Stalker and Invoker on top. For now, at least. It becomes a little bit easier, I would say, for JT once he gets a couple of levels.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Yeah.
Everybody just farming away. Although the Bloodseeker is doing quite a bit better than the Naga Siren at the moment, but it's also Naga Siren. We know how she's going to eventually become the most farmed hero on the map.
Yeah, Lu is obviously struggling a bit more. There's Shaker and A just constantly denying creeps.
What a very intriguing game. I still want to see the full value of this support Invoker.
Alright.
For now, hasn't shown it just yet.
And support co-op is completely normal for you. It's just the Invoker, yeah.
Average times, just average times, yeah.
I mean, we have seen more support co-ops recently than support Invokers. Like support Invoker back in the day, if you remember, it was actually a thing.
Yeah.
You just buy Vessel, you run across the map, you use your Cold Snap EMP and Vessel, and that's pretty much it. It was popular for a bit.
I will say the one thing is that this Queen of Pain, her harass potential in the lane is just, it's absolutely obscene. She's going to have such an easy time just putting constant pressure on these heroes.
Yep, she did burn through most of the region already.
And they're now trying to burn through this Invoker's life. He just died the Blood Riot. He is dead for sure. As Ghost is able to secure the first blood on his Bloodseeker. That definitely feels good.
Yeah, bot lane FY. He was about to go on Shaker, but yeah, if he catches him in those cogs, he most likely even dies. So better for him that he didn't.
They're bringing in another hero down for a rotation though, because FY is going to try and make sure that they kill at least DY or JT. Tornado connects onto JT with the cold snap, and FY is here. He's got battery assault, he's got cogs. JT must realize that he's in a very awkward position, but he might be able to juke his way out of this. Battery assault eventually catches him. Still alive for now, inside the power cogs, so that will guarantee his death. FY will pick up the experience and gold for that one.
And top lane, Chalice.
From them. Chalice, though, being left alone top means that they can try and make a go onto him, and they will succeed. Ghost has the movement speed and has the right-click damage to kill off the Night Stalker.
Yeah, of course he does, right? Like, he's the one benefiting the most out of all of these skirmishes. Level 2 Thirst already. One really nicely done thing by FY, the kill that just happened, he had to move in exactly the correct way because he has no boots, no movement speed item. Meanwhile, JT has them. It wasn't that easy for him to get on top of him, but from now on he's got boots, so it should be easier every time Invoker rotates to actually dish out some damage.
Now, so they're gonna try go for it. He's inside the power cogs at the moment. They're easily able to mop up JT. He'll make them work a little bit longer for it, but his life is nonetheless forfeit.
Yeah, he used the 21 charges that he had, but it doesn't really save him. This lane becomes... I love what they're doing with the two supports just rotating around. Yeah, it is hurting your Night Stalker a bit, but...
Speaking of Night Stalker, put a lot of damage onto the
Speaking of XM.
More importantly, they see XM middle. These two supports are just roaming from lane to lane. They helped out bottom, and now they're going to assist with a kill in the mid lane. XM will be avenged by DY, who at least cleans up the FY clockwork. But the much bigger target was this TA. Somnus was losing the lane, and now life is a lot better for him in this mid.
Jinkyu, he actually snatches the region, so... Puck, he had his eyes on that. He's not gonna get it, sadly. It would have been amazing, one of those games, you know, in which you kill a mid and then you get the rune as well.
FY's got him, don't worry. Comes in with the bottle fill from the base. The one good thing about that kill as well is that they didn't have to commit the Dream Coil to do it. So it's still available if they want to try for more aggression on the map.
What's happening with these two teams? And DY...
Is he dead?
Yep.
Looks that way. He's inside power cogs. Did drop a vortex on the ground, you know, gonna buy some space and time, but with cold snap and some right clicks, they will ensure his life gets taken out. FY, and beneficiary of yet another kill. He's 4-1-0, 100% kill involvement in the early game.
Yeah, FY clock. Doing quite a lot. Top lane, there's Rupture. Is he gonna TP? Yep.
Yep, he's cool. He's fine. Doesn't mean that the tower is gonna be put under quite a bit of pressure here.
It might even
continue to scale.
Yeah, it might even fall. Invoker did TP in, but Jinkyu will scout him.
Ha! Ghost walk, baby.
Invincibility, right?
Can't touch me if you can't see me. That's the one thing I am worried about, though. The fact that, you mentioned it earlier, Chalice was suffering a little bit. But him being forced out the lane like this, they need to, at some point, help him out with some kills. Somnus, though, not going to be rotating that side of the map just yet, because first they want to kill off DY, who will end up dead. But FY is certainly going to join him in the grave. So Somnus for Xtreme Gaming, it's 1-1. Somnus has some time bought for him by the Tornado from the Invoker, but Q is still able to blink on him. He did dodge out quite a lot of spells, but they have clear vision thanks to this Bloodseeker. Q, he's got blink in 1 second. Somnus, he's trying to TP out. He actually makes it. What a madman. He is safe and sound in the fountain, and they do not lose any precious cargo in the mid lane.
Yeah, and JT, he tried to get in there for the fissure, just wasn't, I believe the cooldown wasn't there just yet. Lu should be fine though, right? Let's see, there is no Sonic Wave, so not a ton of damage, yeah, not a ton of damage even with the Echo. Top lane though?
Lane though, Ghost, he's the one that's under pressure. They jump him. FY God, man. This is why everyone was excited to see him join a top-tier Chinese team. He's been everywhere.
Ooh, did you see this scribbling on the map? It's not... One thing is to die, but the other is to see that kind of like just scribbles on the map after you've died. That's some rage right there.
He's like, can someone please call missing on Clockwork? Let me know when FY is off the map.
Someone's not happy, and that was Jinkyu drawing, so...
Tier 1 top tower now being sieged by Chalice. He gets the last hit on the tower to help him recover a lot of the gold he couldn't gain in the lane. And he's rushing this Blink Dagger. You like to see it. Just want to see him close down these heroes like the TA. And even Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain will die like serially if she finds herself jumped on by this Night Stalker. And speaking of the co-op, she's involved in a small fray right now. Somnus getting some decent damage out. The Ice Blast comes in to maybe try and make this fight easier for Xtreme Gaming, but it's not going to work out as they still end up losing the Bloodseeker. DY, he's trying to go 1v1 versus FY, and he will win that fight. But unfortunately, Somnus is there to administer some justice and make this a 3-1 fight for AR.
Yeah, very nicely done so far by AR. They're making their heroes work, like everything, the rotations, the moves on the map, and it's not like they're even bringing the big boys. Naga obviously farming, and Chalice as well, just recovering from a pretty bad laning stage. Like you were mentioning the Blink Dagger on him, I do think it's a really good pickup, considering the Crippling Fear AoE. It becomes harder for Shaker to jump in. Right, and you can jump him, you can jump the co-op, the TA, doesn't really matter. They might be, like they have the Shaker when it comes to control, but that's it on XG. They had way more in that last game. So that's something that I do like about AR's draft a bit better now, right? Like the amount of control from the Invoker, from the Clock, from the Night Stalker, the Puck even. They have a significant advantage.
Well, they do have a Blink Dagger at long last for Xtreme Gaming for this Earthshaker. So him and DY will smoke up. Ice Blast is ready. Echo Slam is ready. We would love to find this puck, but Somnus playing fairly safely at the moment and does have FY nearby to counter as well. This move needs to work out here, Liz, but look what's showing. It's just the supports putting their faces up, allowing this puck to play
Echo.
safe. They still go for him. There's the Echo. Do they have the magic damage? No, they don't. Puck still alive. Turning around with the Dream Coil onto 2. And here comes Chalice as well with the Night Stalker. They do eventually finish off Somnus. Stuck around a bit too
Night Stalker is back.
But Chalice looking for revenge on the back end as he finds DY hunting him down with the Hunter in the night. Will dodge away from Shin Q, so he doesn't take too much magic damage. So he will live. So the 1-for-2 engagement here. They do get the Somnus kill ultimately, though, which was the objective of this move.
Yeah, it was the objective, but did you want to lose so many heroes, considering that you're the one initiating and you're the one using all these big spells, right? Like the Echo, the A-ult. The A-ult, I guess you don't have to consider that a big spell. It's 1 minute cooldown, nothing crazy, but still, I would say really nicely done by the Clock and Somnus to survive long enough and turn that.
The entire time, Lou's still just farming away. One thing we've also seen throughout today's game sometimes is these teams often struggling to take real estate off the map. And AR still have 3 very healthy towers just chilling in the early game. Maybe top lane's one is not as healthy, but considering the stage of the game, I would have imagined it would be lower.
You know why that is? It's actually very simple. It's mid lane.
Is this kill going to be simple? It looks that way. They've gotten through the refraction. The damage is coming in. The Blood Right with the AA ult will come out, and TA actually doesn't die. They lack the damage with these heroes. TA lives.
It feels like anyone who initiates, it backfires. Just don't fight, guys. Go farm. That's it. Yeah, when it comes to real estate that you mentioned, it's because of the offlaners. Like, they aren't really favored by these two teams. I feel like they're thrown under the bus in both games. It's reminiscing of old Dota. If you remember, carries were doing really well in game 1, and they're doing really well in game 2 as well. So you don't have that pressure coming from your position 3. And they're not even those kind of heroes. They're not like your Beastmasters, your Lycans. It's a Shaker and a Night Stalker. They don't really push as well as some other heroes do.
I mean, last game, even though he was playing Nature's Prophet, poor JT could barely get a sniff at the tier 1. They were always prepared to overcommit to defend it. Now we're gonna have a small skirmish top. Echo Slam comes out onto Somnus. He's still alive for now. Ice Blast connects flush onto him, and so he should definitely end up dead. The Invoker for Tianming cannot escape. There's a fissure on top of him. DUI just needs a couple of more hits to make this happen. The Ice Vortex slows him down. The right click ends him off. And it's a double kill for the AA.
Yeah, DUI, he got the double kill, but who deserved it was Jinkyu. That ward was his. It was in perfect spot to scout out the rotation from Puck and the Invoker.
It was perfect. Puck playing into instant initiation always kind of sucks for you, but what can you do? JT been doing a good job with these Echo Slams.
Yeah, there's a... No, there isn't. I saw Puck TPing into Night Stalker and Invoker. I'm thinking maybe a smoke because 15-minute mark is coming up, nighttime. But Chalice... You know that Blink Dagger? It's Chalice. He's gonna buy a Midas first. You know?
Good old Chalice.
Yeah, but they are assaulting this mid-tier 1. Let's see. Nighttime is there, and can Dire even mount a defense? I don't think so.
Yeah. Free tower. Give it towards Chalice. He needs as much recovery gold as possible. Now the question is, what do they do from here? They would like to be able to catch this Bloodseeker as he's farming in the triangle, but doesn't seem like they'll be able to do that. Maybe they try to drop some sentries to block camps, but they're not really sitting with that much vision to waste in that fashion either.
If you're AR, you should be the ones making all the moves. Like, on the other side, you have this Bloodseeker and TA cores. They're not necessarily the most active ones in the game. They just want to farm up, get at least an item or two.
Top lane, Lu might be in trouble here. He's walking past that exact same ward from Xin-Q, and he doesn't have Song anymore, so he actually is vulnerable. Rupture will connect onto him. Ice Blast flying through as well. It does connect. It just clips him, so it doesn't get the full damage out. He really wants to survive this with Invoker providing some assistance. They get the Cold Snap out onto JT. Somnus follows this up as well, and they should be able to kill off this Earthshaker. And FY, while all this was happening, got the hook shot onto DY on the high ground, ensuring the AA dies in the process. So XG, can they get Xin-Q out of here? It does blink away just before the fear connects.
Bloodseeker, bottom lane goes.
Nothing. Bloodseeker
maybe 3 for nothing.
Connected onto with the Dream Coil here, and there's nobody to help him. Tornado will come out. He dies on the way down. This double damage of Somnus is so useful. But the fight's not over. Xin-Q going 1v1 against Chalice should be able to win this fight, but definitely does not win the war as he dies as well.
Where's the deny, Lu?
4-for-1 attempt all across the map.
Where's the deny, Lu? Come on. FY. Even more fights.
FY did. He is almost about to die, but Somnus instead is the one that's in danger. The fissure almost brought him down, but he just barely manages to survive and get himself away. This tornado been actually doing work from Tianming, and he dies, but he's very happy to get Somnus out of there.
Now that fight, it felt like it's gonna end with Naga dying, and everyone else died by her, but her in the end. It seems like, oh, just insane. And it still feels that the team that initiates usually just gets punished. They overcommitted on that Naga. They chased for way too long. Puck. Oh, look at the ult. Look at Lu.
That would have been so sick if it happened.
That was actually so close. Damn.
Okay. So the game stage right now, we still had this Naga Siren. She was able to just get right back to farming. But the one key change that's just happened after that fight is Chalice has enough gold for a Blink Dagger. He's just picked it up. So although the team has normally been punished when they initiate first, this feels too juicy to not try and make something happen, right?
Yeah, Invoker.
Invoker is gonna get caught out. Should be killed here, but Xin-Q might also end up dead. Nice little 4-star to get him away from in danger,
Blink.
but FY is still able to find the hook shot forward, and they get the kill. The Song of the Siren will be committed. They want to bail FY out, but they also want to set up to kill off this Bloodseeker. They have the Dream Coil available, they have the magic damage from the puck, and they have the right clicks from the illusions. So Bloodseeker is now dead. Here is going to be Chalice also revealing the Blink Dagger in a fight as he finds the Crippling Fear on XM, removing the refraction charges, and the right clicks from the cores remove his life. It's a 3-for-2 affair. AR yet again in control of these early team fights.
Yeah, 3-for-2, but 2 cores on the side of Xtreme Gaming dying. Both your Bloodseeker and TA, and even Shaker, he was involved in that fight, but he didn't really do a lot. He was just chilling there. This game is slowly but surely falling apart for XG. They need to find a way to get a couple of items before they continue fighting, and it's a problem because they also want to fight. You're playing into a Naga, you don't want to let her just farm up and have a chill game. There's a Midas on Night Stalker too. You want to be active, but you just cannot be at this point. I feel they got hit by the same thing many teams have been in the past, and that's like having this 1 and 2 combo that's just unable to be active unless they have a really good game.
Yep. Unfortunately as well, the kind of activity that Earthshaker offers from the 3-roll, it's not like, you know, he can just throw in a spell or two. For them to get the damage out, he has to go in from that fight. So it sucks. This game is hard right now. They are gathering together, so they might be going for a push that leads into a tier 1 tower getting taken away down bottom. And I think they should just let them have it. It's not that important.
Yeah, Puck already rotated top. That's it. That is mid lane. He will go top. Just farm up the enemy jungle where Naga and Invoker are. It feels much safer. Like you said, they're completely fine with giving that tower. Lou is getting closer to his Heart of Tarask. Just a recipe now needed.
The second time today that we've seen this kind of move happen, sacrificing a tier 1 tower in exchange of getting Dire tier 2 on top. Lou should definitely be able to finish this off.
Yeah, so they let the Naga go through thinking the Shaker is the answer. And I'm thinking now, like, is it enough of an answer? Like, is it gonna be enough later on? Because you don't even have to commit with your illusions that much, right?
I guess maybe the idea is that if you can get the full chain, like the spell chain out with the AA Blast, Echo Slam, Blood Rites, Sonic Wave, all of these things, then no matter what items she buys, that usually should be enough damage to kill her.
Yep.
With preventing the heal from Heart, but it's also, that sort of requires the rest of the team to never be around her to stop that from happening, because they have quite a few heroes to prevent that sort of initiation.
Yeah, they can kind of counter-initiate, right? But they don't have a lot of saves. So I can see your point for both sides.
Oh, baby, did you hear that? Scouting Sunstrike. Free vision. Best support hero in the game.
They have rockets, they have illusions, they have Sunstrike. It's a pretty good vision game for AR.
They do not have the Aghanim Scepter for JT, so that's another method for him to initiate outside of Blink. And speaking of initiation, they catch and kill Shin Q in the mid lane. Lou's just like, hey, buddy, you know what would really suck? If you couldn't blink because you're silenced. Feels bad.
Yeah, they are smoked up, but XM, he doesn't really feel that great just running around, I'm sure. They have a courier following them, FY.
FY should die from this, but here comes Chalice blinking in onto 3 heroes. Unfortunately, they kill off FY a bit too soon, but they might still continue the fight. The Dream Coil went out onto all 3. The EMP burn was there as well, and Lou sends in illusions as the cleanup crew, taking down DY and XM. The fight's not over just yet though, because they're still chasing off the Ghost. They've lost 4 overall. They might end up losing 5 as Ghost trying to fight with the BKB. Sunstrike connects on top of him. Tianming getting a global kill and making sure they complete the team wipe and take a tier 2 tower in the bottom lane.
Yeah, he killed him and his courier at the same moment. That's some next level punishment. Yeah, luckily for XG, the only tier 2 that has fallen before is on top, so high ground probably will not be pushed. That fight was just damn perfect for AR. They had Heart-of-Aries completed on Naga. You just don't have enough damage on XG to kill her off. Xtreme Gaming, like you said, he has to be absolutely isolated to die at this point. He's got that Mage Slayer as well completed. It will fly out very soon. I honestly, at this point, I don't want to paint a grim story, but it's really difficult for XG.
Their lives are about to become tougher because either Lu or Somnus are about to have 2 lives. And XG recognize how bad this is for them. They've smoked up, they're heading over, but might just be too late. Not gonna arrive in time to take the Aegis away. They might try reinitiate a fight, but it's tough, man. They still have Song, they've got Dream Coil. It's only Dark Ascension that isn't available. This is not an easy fight for them to go into on the side of XG. They're gonna try. They throw in the Isles. Nice blast with the Echo Slam connect. They will be able to eliminate Somnus and Chalice almost immediately. Lu, though, has the Song TP out. Will save the rest of the squad. But that was delicious. JT getting off the Echo Slam. Looks like it goes through the Echo Slam just before the crippling Fear Silence emerges. Definitely good enough still.
Yeah, if you're gonna play like that, yeah, then it's not that much of a grim story. But instantly after GT dies stop. Still though, if you manage to make those combos a couple of times, I can definitely see them coming back into the game. It's just that how many times will AR actually allow you to do that? That's the question. Will they stack up again like that? I sincerely doubt it.
We need to see that one more time, production, if we can. That just looks so juicy. Those big combos, that's what we live for in Dota. Speaking of combos, FY finds a hook shot onto XM. It's just the 2 supports though. We'll see if they have the damage for this kill. Surprisingly, with the Spirit Vessel Cold Snap, they're gonna take out XM. There's your mid laner gone. Who needs a mid invoker? Support is all it takes. Tianming does die, but happy to taunt on the way out. In the meantime, Xin-Q got picked off by Chalice and Somnus, so he couldn't even come in to help.
And they're rushing up top straight away afterwards. They know where Ghost is. He's forced to TP out. The map is just feeling much, much smaller than before.
Look at Chalice though, chasing on the high ground, looking for DY. Has the crippling fear with the Dark Ascension, but just barely doesn't have any damage. Lu though, happy to use this opening to put some pressure onto the tier 3 tower. He's already done some decent damage onto it, and he forces out a BKB from Ghost. Well, what a game.
What a game. If you're Radiant, if you're Dire, you're just popping your BKBs, you're dying to supports. There's still this combo Wombo potential. Echo Slam is back online, but he's silenced, he's ensnared, and he's just gone.
Well,
yeah.
Guess if you maybe it's not anymore if you're isolating the Naga side, she's isolating you if you find her alone.
Yeah, even if you find her alone, she's got Aegis for 2.5 minutes. Like, she's just not gonna die.
They Sonic Wave onto her, but that means Xin-Q is out of options. Dream Coil connects on both of the supports, and Xin-Q might die here. Indeed he does. Lu gets the credit for the kill, but it was the Spirit Vessel that did most of the work there. Okay. Life feels good at the moment. They might go back in for yet another engagement, but they don't need to. For them, it's just as easy as posting up Lu on the high ground. 31 armor, 3.3k HP, Aegis, a heart, Mantis style at the ready. There's no way you're killing this Naga.
There is a way. Come on. You have to believe. You have to have faith. You just have to, I don't know, get... Yeah, there is no way.
Maybe if they had like the Aghanim shot already for Bloodseeker, maybe that could help as well. But without it, yeah, I don't think you die anymore as Lu.
Yeah, the BKB is completed on Night Stalker as well. It's flying out. There's just so many juicy items. Aghanims, by the way, on Clockwork. After this creep wave, he's gonna have it too. The advantage is just way too high right now. The BKB at least up for TA, so that's something.
Okay, Nangasign did just buy out for a Hex, so does not have buyback available. So if they do manage to kill her somehow, it'll be a pretty big window opened up on the map.
Just look at the Invoker. He's just circling their base. He has a gem, so he's not afraid of being scouted out, and running around in Ghost Walk, 90% win rate. Yeah, not surprised.
90%. This Invoker is also so fast. Like 520 move speed, basically.
Look at Lou. He's just pushing alone. He doesn't even need anyone.
He's not scared of anything. Tier 3 tower falls. And if he's standing like this, he's sort of daring them to make the jump. But they know they can't kill him before he gets off the song either.
They can't even go because Overclock is on. Like, he's spamming them with rockets. The illusions are hitting the Shaker, so he can't blink in even if he wanted to. There's an Aegis still, so you don't want to anyway.
That Aegis will expire in 10 seconds. Also, Lou is being a G by pushing 2 lanes at once. Mid lane of range racks is about to fall if things continue at this pace. And there's the Aegis expiring though. Can they at least save the range racks? No, they cannot. And Lou has no interest in leaving. He's just gonna sweep towards the top lane. Take that tier 3 tower as well. God, this is annoying. Dude, what are you supposed to do against this? Like... Alright, they're gonna smoke. That's XG's plan. They're gonna try and find somebody.
It's an approach. It's something. You smoke up and at least you can jump in and echo. They see Lou. He's on a trap.
He's by himself. He doesn't have an Aegis. If they can't kill him here, he just cannot die. All the spells go on to Lou, and by himself, all isolated, he finally does take a tumble. Xin-Q takes the gold. It's sad that it's him because it's a 2,000 gold Wicked 6 streak ended.
I just call BS. He was literally on top of a trap. Like, he was standing on top of it. It was perfect.
They might not be done just yet. They scouted out Chalice and they really wanted to chase him, but Somnus reminds them that he's around on protection duty. So they will have to let Chalice go. Just be glad you were able to get Lou and alleviate some pressure on the push.
Look at the smoke. Like, they don't even care that he's dead. They actually want to make a play.
I think they have vision. They scouted JT. He walked underneath the observer ward. They know where he's at.
Yep. And there's the haste as well on Somnus. He should catch him. Yeah.
Finds JT. JT does not have a BKB or anything to protect himself. So just easily dies. Somnus happy to pop him with the E-Blade as well, just to test that the item works.
Push him deeper into the grave, you know, that's all. The mid-tier one, by the way, is still standing. Can the Skarty get it? Nope.
Wow.
Down bottom.
They're going through the twin gates. They've come down bottom. Chalice has Dark Ascension. They've jumped onto Ghost. He does have his BKB. They try to force him away to keep him alive. But even with his BKB, it will not matter. He's dead for sure. It was coming back off cooldown in 5 seconds, Lizard, as they jump him and kill him.
Yep. It was Chalice. Like, the golden boy was Chalice. It wasn't the Bloodseeker, unfortunately. Still on CD.
Oh, no. Well... That's gonna open up a tier. Well, 3 towers already open top lane, but they might want to finish off this Rax mid. Lou is back in control. Made his way towards the rest of his squad, so the shenanigans will continue.
There's Echo again, so perhaps they can do something with JT.
Lou just gonna come middle. They found JT actually. They really want to kill him off, and the Sunstrike almost puts him over the edge. He survives for now, but FY gets the hook. The tornado hit him as well, and he's dead for sure. Does have buyback at the ready. XM, once his BKB finishes, he's gonna be in a little bit of an awkward position. They will buy back. Xin-Q found a Sonic.
It's a lot of damage.
Onto both supports. One of them is dead. The Invoker might end up ticking out as well. He's gonna hope that the duration is low on the Ice Blast, and it looks like it will be just low enough that he lives, unless JT finds the fissure, but he doesn't have the range. Won't be able to catch him. They have the vision with the Thirst, but he is just way too damn fast.
Yeah, even
Somnus escapes the base.
What's funny is Somnus was on the right side of that whole chase. He was thinking about going in, maybe messing with the Shaker after the buyback, but opted to go back in the end. Naga is Invis. She's got a Hex and a Bloodthorn. If JT is caught here, this might be game. Yeah.
Well, he is caught indeed. There's Cold Snap on him. Hex comes out. Should be an easy kill. No buyback available.
Okay, 75 seconds. You can't really do a lot. Is Rosh up? Rosh is up in a minute and a half. So a little bit of luck here for XG at least. Perhaps they will have the Shaker unless AR really forces it down mid and top.
God, dude, JT's just been struggling this game. He has so low experience that it doesn't feel like he's actually dying back in this situation. He actually has the least experience in the entire game right now.
And the net worth, by the way, not only experience. He's lower than AA.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof, oof, oof.
Yeah. It happens sometimes.
They're gonna jump Shin Q. No ability for him to escape here. Will end up dead. BKB to protect Chalice for now. There's a rupture on top of him though, so he is very low on HP, but he just TPs out. They bought back on Shin Q. They won't be able to chase down Lu, however, because he uses Song, but now they turn back onto Ghost. They have their Hex out at the ready. They've got the silences that they need, and he's already so low, Ghost. They will try to save him with some Glimmer Capes, but still they have the damage. Tianming credited with the kill, but the interplay with him and Somnus making that very simple, and Bloodseeker does not have buyback. They're not done just yet. Shin Q got jumped on by this puck.
JT is back.
These heroes back so they can take the Rax middle, and they succeed in doing so.
Can they catch Lu on top? JT is up, he's smoked up, he's got Echo, but do you actually have the damage? Yeah, no Ice Blast for 5 seconds.
We'll see what they attempt to do. In the meantime, DY is going to go back and get mana from the fountain. They're thinking about it. They have Sonic Wave, they have Ice Blast finally back online, both of them. And JT is being patient. He's waiting for the window. He wants the opportunity. Won't be able to find it though, because Lu is playing in a very elusive fashion at the moment.
It's kind of scary to go without Bloodseeker, right? He's still dead.
Okay, they finally do poke a little bit. Dream Coil catches both supports yet again, but there's no follow-up this time from the rest of AR. These supports are allowed to live just as this Bloodseeker is about to respawn. That should be enough of a threat for AR to back off a little bit, especially given that Roche is certainly back online by now.
Yeah, they can be more disciplined, but realistically, do they have to be 24k ahead, all these items? I guess you're playing into JT, and you did see that even though he's lowest net worth, he still needs a little bit of respect. He did kill your Naga once, so... Yeah, he's just not having a good game. He's having probably one of the worst games that he's had on a Shaker.
Look at this. Invoker just picked up an Aghanim Scepter. So now... got that Cataclysm, baby. Alright, so let's try and think. So outside of isolating and 100 to 0ing Naga, that's pretty much the only win condition, right? They lose every fight that Naga survives in. They have to try and figure out a way to catch and kill her without dying to Somnus in the process.
Snare, I think it's time to think about the next game and, and your draft for game 3. What went wrong? At this point, it is possible for them to mount a comeback, but it's just... It's gonna be very, very difficult. Like you said, you can 100 to 0 the Naga. She doesn't have Aegis or Cheese, so that's your opportunity perhaps. That's the small opening that you can see.
Well, 36 minutes in, 26k gold lead. An overwhelming blink picked up by the puck, but the push is coming back. The slow siege. Your melee Rax is almost dead in the top lane, and soon it's going to be giving away Megas. And now Invoker has farmed enough that he can be the one mounting the push with Forge Spirits. Look at Chalice. He's trying to go on the back end. Cataclysm does come out. They dive and kill DY first and foremost. XM and Ghost were caught in a Dream Coil together, but they do have BKBs to escape the situation. But as soon as they go down, Somnus will come back to assassinate the Templar Assassin. Sonic Wave will be able to push Night Stalker into a dead situation. And Somnus keeping these heroes back by diving the base inside their fountain, allowing his team to isolate and kill Ghost on the Bloodseeker. But now here's revenge. JT catches him with the fissure. They force out the Aegis. They buy back on Ghost. But the song, it catches absolutely everybody. And now they're going to potentially set up for the next round of this fight. The illusions are everywhere onto JT. He's lost so much health. And with this Dream Coil, if it triggers, he's just going to die offhand. He still lives, but Ghost does not. Somnus goes in to finish JT off as well. Both of them have died back. Neither of them have any influence left in this game. And as the Queen of Pain dies, the GGs have been called. So Xtreme Gaming will give up the Ghost and take us to a deciding game.